Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to the Summit Experience. First of all, I have to apologize. If you hear noise in the background, my Spanish neighbors are having their weekly, sometimes bi-weekly party. I'm not complaining. I actually really enjoy it. Unless, usually it goes sometimes well into the night. I think I've lived with Latinos, around Latinos for quite some time, and they sure do like their parties. Um, since when I was in LA, and I think I'm just kind of used to it. The only time that I get irritated is when it goes well into the night, and it's not just them. Even black people tend to do that. So Africans also do that a lot. They have a lot of parties. So yeah. So if you hear any Spanish music in the background, know that my next door neighbors are having a lot of fun. So Sagittarius card just came up, which is funny because I was trying to decide whether I should do Sagittarius or Scorpio first. But that's a Temperance. So I'm going to be doing this reading for Scorpio. First of all, let me say thank you guys so much. Or second of all, since I've already given that first explanation. Second of all, let me say thank you guys so much for ordering readings. And thank you, especially for those of you that have ordered rituals done. I started offering rituals like 3 weeks ago on this channel. And I just kind of did it, kind of like how I started my channel, so spontaneously. And I wasn't really thinking it would blow up the way it has, but boy has it blown up. So thank you guys so much for that. And also, if you want a ritual done, I do them Monday through Wednesday, and then I have my first batch Monday through Wednesday, and then I do my second batch Thursday to Saturday. And Sundays I generally don't do any work. I try to have my day off, relax, do my rituals for myself, personal empowerment, healing, and also to purge out the energies, because especially when you do energy work like tarot reading, you're tapping into so many people's energies, and it's important to purge out. So, and I'm really trying to get on that so that I don't have so many breakdowns like I did last year. And those of you that have been following the channel for a while, that I had some pretty unhealthy cycles there, and having really emotional breakdowns with the readings. But anyways, thank you guys so much. For those of you that have ordered, and for those of you that might be interested, check the description box. If you have any questions, send me an email and I'll send you all the details of what you need to know. And also, I only accept for like this week, like Monday through Wednesday, I only accept 4 people per ritual spot. I only do 4. So if you will probably, a lot of you won't be able to get this because it will go into the next, if you were to order today, you would get it on Monday. I'm doing this on Sunday, but I'm not going to be able to get these videos out until tomorrow, Monday. So most of you are not going to be able to book right now. But if you do book, it will probably fall into the Thursday through Saturday spot. And that's if I still have some room available. For this Monday through Wednesday, I have 1 room available, 1 space available. Of the 4 rituals, I have 1 available. But again, that's probably just gonna be empty, So anyways, let's get started. Scorpio, Spirit body of Scorpio, Lord, what can you tell me for Scorpio for February? Scorpio, general for February. Scorpio, the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, ooh, okay, and the 4 of Cups. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups together, okay, the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, some of you could do fire sign, or, well, you will be the water sign, and the Knight of Cups, okay. I feel like some of you are going to be, why the 9 of Wands though? I don't like that energy. That's someone keeping another person out. Scorpio, you might be trying to reach out to a person. I feel like you found someone that you think is going to be the one. And it might be a fire sign, especially if it's a fire sign. And I feel like, because if you look here, you have the water sign, water energy, the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups, both water energy. And you look here, both fire energy, Wands, Queen of Wands and whatnot. And they have both water energy again here, 4 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. So I feel like this will be one of those situations where it will be actually, a fire sign. And it doesn't have to be, they might have it in their moon, rising Venus, but whatever the case. So I feel like some of you might be trying to communicate communicate with someone. I feel like you've met someone that you think you want to build. Yeah, because we have the eight of wands and the ace of swords, bottom and top of the deck, and the king of pentacles right here. So some of you might have met someone that you feel like you want to share something deep with. That's the first thing I'm getting. Others of you might need to apologize to someone, Scorpio. Now, I know when I give messages like this, people go batshit crazy because for some reason they don't understand the simplest ideology, that not every message is your message. I mean, it doesn't get simpler than that. If you're not dealing with that situation, then believe you me, it is not your message. Because I know there's going to be that stupid comment that comes on here and tells me, well, I'm not, you know, they are the ones that did that, and blah, 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 blah. There are always those comments. If it is not your message, it is not your message. It is just that simple. Please, people, let's be intelligent in life. I'm a Virgo. I don't like stupidity. Please, let's be intelligent while going through life, you know. But I'm still going to say what I'm going to say because that's the message I'm getting, and I'm not going to twist it to feed anyone's ego. Someone, I'm feeling maybe a Scorpio, needs to apologize to another party. It could be someone that they're married to or someone that they have children with. But I'm getting that there's someone here, Scorpio, that you're perhaps needing to apologize to. I'm also seeing that some of you are needing to, and it comes with the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Cups there being my apology card. And the reason I also feel like you really need to apologize to this person is because they have the Nine of Wands, which is my PTSD card. So they are guarded against you, and rightfully so. You might have said something that has really triggered somebody or really hurt their feelings in a way, but they seem to be guarded against you, and you're needing to apologize, or you're feeling like you need to apologize. If you're not feeling like you need to apologize, then that's your business. But for the spirit body I'm talking to here, you should know yourself. You're needing to apologize to this person. Could also be an earth sign. And I feel like it's gonna bring harmony to the situation, harmony to the home, harmony between you and them, you know, harmony in all in all. Now let's look at the subconscious, search the shadow. Yeah, the Five of Cups just fell out of the deck. And that's my card of taking accountability. You notice here, this person has these two cups in their hand. They're holding the two cups upright, and they have the three cups, you know, spilled over. Usually in the Five of Cups, they have the two cups behind them, and they're focused on the three cups. But here, this person has the two cups, which to me, you know, and they're facing it and they're holding it upright, which to me is acknowledgement. And then there's all this dirt underneath, you know, water under the bridge, so to speak. And then they have the two cups of acknowledgement there. And really, it's investigating the situation and not turning a blind eye to it. So some of you are needing to really reevaluate the situation and see the part that you played. That will also be the Hangman energy, you know, when God puts a pause so that you can reevaluate the situation and see the parts that you played. Some of you are needing to reevaluate the situation and see a part that you played in something not working out for the best. Now let's look at the external energy. Some of you, this might even have to do with a family situation. Sorry, I had croissant earlier, so if you see like little I had croissant right here. I was talking to my mom right before I started doing the reading, and she called, and she's, you know, she's in Africa. So when she calls me or I call her, we tend to talk for a very long time and catch up on a lot of things. So I was actually trying to start the reading, and then she called, and then I started eating croissant and ice cream. So if you see like specks of something on my hand, know that that's why. We have the Ace of Pentacles, you have the King of Pentacles here, and you have the World. Yes, I feel like for some of you, this is going to be a very good thing. As pertaining to this person, I feel like if you need to apologize, you need to apologize. If you need to, whoever needs to say whatever they need to say, needs to say it. Because I feel like that's going to be what helps this people move on to a next level. I'm getting that it's going to reestablish a link, a binding that they've had together. And I'm getting also, especially for those of you that are married and you might have been having or engaged or living with a person, or you have a kid with a person, but I'm getting traditionalism here with all the Pentacles energies. You might have been you might have had some kind of argument, some kind of big falling out, and I'm feeling like you need to speak up and speak to that person and say what needs to be said. Others of you, they might need to apologize to you. And I feel like that apology is going to serve as the foundation where you can now build a newness together even if it's not in a romantic sense, but even the way you interact with each other, you communicate, the way you get along is going to help the situation a lot more. Others of you might have an earth sign that you've recently met coming into your life. And this earth sign might want to have something very stable with you, but I feel like for some of you, you're hung up on someone from the past, and you're waiting for an apology from someone from the past. It could be a fire sign. Yeah, I'm getting that. Some of you might have an earth sign coming in that wants to have something to do with you, but you're waiting for an apology from someone from the past. And for you, the way you're looking at that apology is that this is going to cause closure. With the world, what I got is closure. You know, and this person, yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, yeah. I feel like you feel like you're gonna get closure from this person, you know, and you're waiting for an apology, you're waiting for them to speak some kind of truth and reality to bring it into, you know, to give you closure about a situation. But that person is not going to do that. Not with the way that they're showing up. They're not going to do that. They're gonna keep you at a distance. They're not going to do that. And I've said it before, closure is not something you get from another person. I used to say this all the time, all the time. Closure is not something you get from another person. It's something you have to, you know, decide within yourself. Closure is pretty much you deciding that it is what it is. It played out how it played out. You know, it's kind of like that song, and I used to use this example a lot. You know, it's not right, but it's okay. I think it's a Whitney Houston song. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. Something like that. That's closure. You know, when you decide that, you know what, I don't know all the details. And sometimes, yeah, you might want us to get some details and, you know, whichever way it works for you. But it's to decide that, okay, you know what, I'm taking it at face value. I'm taking it as it played out. You know, there isn't really much I can do about it. And even if there was something I could do about it, you know, it's me accepting that, you know what, it is what it is. And if this is going to cause me headache and it's going to take away from my peace of mind, then it's not worth me stressing over. And that's how you start with your closure. It's not an easy step to take, especially when you feel like you've been wronged and you've been hurt and you've been jilted, but it's a necessary step. Or else you're going to keep holding on and you're going to keep wondering, why is this person doing this? Why did they do that? Why did they do that? Why are they, you know, telling lies about me? Or why am I hearing from this friend that we had, you know, as a mutual friend, that they're feeling this way and they're talking this way about me and that kind of stuff? Because that's how you will look at it, you know, because you're always trying to understand why, and you're trying to interrogate or understand the mechanism, you know, in their brain and how they're thinking. But all it does is keep giving your energy to the person that has hurt you, and you are never able to let it go. And the more you feed into that energy, the more you feel jilted, the more angry you get, the more scorned you feel. And when you get situations like this, where a new person could come into your life, wanting to offer you something, some of you, even marriage, they might be looking at you with the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. That's definitely marriage energy there. That's moving in together. That's having babies together. When you have energies like this aligning, it could cause some kind of a conundrum of a sort, or some kind of a dynamic where you've not let go of something in the past. You either bring it into the new relationship, or you will fuck this one up, meaning purposefully, or just not even see interest in this because you're still holding on to someone who is over there living their life, not even thinking about you. I hope that made sense. Let's see. For past for Scorpio. The Three of Pentacles could be a three-parted relationship, could be partnership. Let's see. The Nine of Swords, I'm already leaning more towards three-parted relationship. And the Queen of Cups, this is you. So yes, you are dealing with someone. Some of you, Scorpio, are dealing with someone that had another party. Especially if you are married, you are dealing with someone that had another party. Because the Nine of Swords is here, I'm feeling like This is not something that you were not aware of. This is something you knew. This is something you discovered. This is betrayal here with the Knight of Swords. This is anxiety. And again, this is reinforcing that message I'd gone earlier about Scorpio wanting closure. You know, feeling like, oh my God, what am I going to do? How am I going to heal? What, you know, whatever. You know, this is that Nine of Swords energy of uncertainty and disbelief and paranoia and worry, you know, but again, still staying stagnant, not really moving forward, not really traversing the energies, not really, you know, no growth happening, but living in a state of anxiety. And maybe this is why some of you feel like you need closure. You want this person to explain. Maybe you thought you were the perfect wife with the Ten of Pentacles there. You know, I was a perfect wife, I was a perfect husband. Why did you have to do this? Why did you have to betray us? You know, what we had. That Three of Pentacles, I'm getting very strongly, it's a three-part relationship. Why did you have to betray what we had? But you're expecting closure. The Nine of Swords just flipped over again, you know, but you're expecting closure from someone that isn't. Yeah, Nine of Swords, nine. Okay, if I were to read these energies, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Singlehood. Nine of Swords goes with the Nine of Pentacles there. So this will be singlehood. This will be the investment. This is a marriage. This was a union. This was not a fling. This was not like, oh, you know, come over here and beat this pussy up every now and then. You know, no, this wasn't that shit. This was something that time and energy had been invested into to manifest, either to manifest the marriage or to manifest, you know, in hopes of manifesting the marriage or in hopes of keeping it afloat, you know. Time and energy was invested into the union is what I'm getting. But the Nine of Swords goes perfectly in alignment, and because it's the two nines, I'm going to take these two energies as coming on together. The Nine of Swords, and if you add this together, that becomes 18. 18, you know, numerologically, that's another 9. So these two are uniform. So the Nine of Swords, this tells me that you guys were separated, and I do feel like, yes, the Nine of Swords wouldn't be there if you didn't know that this was happening. You know, some of you might have known intuitively that it was happening, and you were living in anxiety, but I'm getting that, you know, you know. And for those of you also, now that this is making me think of that Nine of Wands and that Knight of Cups in a different way. For those of you where you're thinking about reaching out to this person for whatever reason, because you're thinking maybe you want to remedy the situation and you want to heal the marriage, or, you know, what about the kids? I would advise that you don't do that. Of course, I always say don't live your life according to tarot. Even my private readings, I tell them that. Do not live your life according to tarot. You know, you come here to get bits and pieces of information, especially for a general reading. You come to get bits and pieces of information, but it doesn't mean that you should live your life. Even in private readings, I always warn people against that. You know, I believe very strongly what I do. I believe that I do know things, and I believe that I do see things, and I believe what I believe. But you know, your life decisions, and you see that's why I don't do readings for signs like Sagittarius, because I've come to realize that Sagittarius is one of those energies that's going to do what they're going to do anyways. So I never really worry about that sign, because I feel like they're one of those signs that are just going to figure it out on their own, and you can warn the Sagittarius 50 times and they're going to make their own decisions. And as negative as that might seem, to me, that's how you should live your life. You should take all the pieces of the puzzle, put it together, and make your own decision, because you've made your own decision, not because I told you to. That being said, I will warn though, if you're one of those people that's going to be reaching out to this person because you're hoping for closure, I suggest that you do not do it. I know I've just said something, you know, completely in opposition to that, but I will still say what I will say. You know, present energies for Scorpio. The Six of Cups, this is the past. The Six of Swords, so these energies go together. Remember earlier I had the 9 and the 9, and now we have the 6 and the 6. The Queen of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the Building, the Temperance. Okay, let's see. The Ace of Cups. No, this should go here. The Ace of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, this makes sense. The Queen of Pentacles giving, investing, because the Queen of Pentacles is my investment card. The King of Pentacles is valuables, things that are valuable to me. That's how I rate my energy. The Queen of Pentacles is the investment. She's the Earth Mother. She's the one that has a job. She's, you know, even if she's a stay-at-home wife, you know, she's the one that's making sure everything is set. She's the one that's making sure that everything is taken care of. Everybody is fed. Everybody, the rent, the bills are paid on time. She's not the pretty girl sitting next door. No, she's actively trying to manifest and work. So it's about investment, investing in your time and energy into things that you believe are valuable and things that you believe are going to stand the test of time, like your kids, your career, whatever else. It's all about investment. The Queen of Pentacles is to me. But she comes up with with the Ace of Cups, which tells me that she was investing her emotions, she was investing her energy, she was investing her love, she was giving her love, she was nurturing. And I'm noticing how the Queen of Pentacles is cradling this pentacle in her hand. It's like there was a lot of love she was giving to this thing. You see, she's cradling this pentacle in her hand, and so it's a lot of nurturance and time and energy. But then she transfers into the Eight of Pentacles, which I always say I like the way it's depicted in this deck, because it comes in the form of Eight of Pentacles. It's like if you look at this deck, he's building a shelter. His dogs, his cat, his treasure are all in there, you know, and it's raining and he's covering it, you know, trying to make sure that his treasures, his valuables, his home, it looks like a house, you know, his home is built and secure. This is about security. This is her investment here with the Eight of Pentacles. But under that is a Five of Pentacles, which is lack. And then when we get the Temperance, we get the Four of Pentacles. So I'm getting that maybe you were investing in someone that wasn't investing back in you. And I also feel like you were putting a lot of energy with the Temperance, because the Temperance is about alchemy. You were trying to meet someone halfway that wasn't, and it stems in the past with the Six of Cups there and the Six of Swords. And the fact that the Six of Cups and the Six of Swords came out, and I just gave you a message a few minutes ago, and I said, if you're thinking about going back to a person from the past, I suggest you don't. If you're thinking about reaching out to them, I suggest you don't. You know, whatever it is you think you're trying to do or manifest, I suggest you don't do that. Whatever your mind, wherever your mind is, and you're thinking, maybe I'm just trying to help, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the hell, I don't know what the fuck you're thinking, Scorpio. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? This person has already cheated, they've already lied, whatever. But it was beyond the cheating. It was the fact that they were not even emotionally available with the Eight of Pentacles. You had so much that you were given and you were trying to build a foundation, but they were keeping to themselves. You were putting in more than, you were feeding what was in your cup to them. You were pouring in, because that's how I'm reading this energy, which is very strange, because generally I don't think I've ever read this energy like this. But I'm seeing you were pouring in what was in your cup to try to fill them up. Whereas, but on the flip side, they were holding back what they had. While you were over here trying to build a foundation for the both of you, they're holding on to their treasure. You're trying to secure them, but they're holding on to their treasure and presenting themselves as being lacking and empty, and oh, I don't have enough. And the more they present themselves as not having enough, the more you feel like you need to do more to help them catch up or to help them build up their confidence. But that's not your job to do. And it's not that they didn't have enough, it's that they just didn't believe in themselves. And it's because they were selfish, because they were, I don't want to say narcissistic, but they were taking advantage of you. And the more you gave, the more they took. It could work, but vice versa. Cross watchers, don't bring that bullshit to my doorstep, because a lot of people come here and they're like, but it was the other one. Nobody gives a shit. Call me a vagina. But yeah, let's keep going. And that's why I was warning earlier, if you're starting to feel nostalgic, this is probably not the best time. But let's see, because we do have some great cards here. So I want to, before I really give that message, let me make sure that I'm saying the right thing. And let me make sure that maybe they weren't ready before, but maybe they will be now. You know, because this is the Ace of Pentacles. You know, that's a great energy. Maybe they weren't ready before, maybe they'll be ready now. But we know that someone here is reminiscing about the past, and someone here might be coming trying to reestablish something that was in the past. That might be you, Scorpio, or your person you're dealing with. But let's make sure that, you know, the potential future is not very off-putting. Potential future for Scorpio, Lord, for February. Potential future for Scorpio for February onwards, for these people dealing with this particular situation. Okay, I'm gonna take you. The Moon, uncertainty. The Queen of Cups. Oof. The King of Swords. I took that card because it pushed against, and the Four of Pentacles. See now, that this is, you're gonna have to cut this person out again, Scorpio. I'm feeling like you're gonna have to cut this person out again because they still come with the Moon. They still come with the Moon. There's still uncertainty around them. But the Moon can also represent, but the Moon is about hidden feelings, hidden emotions. It could also be about how am I seeing this Moon? The shadow self is the Moon, the shadow self. The shadow self. And the Queen of Cups, she's not my favorite energy, you know. The Queen of Cups is all about love, 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 love. You know, she's not my favorite energy, the Queen of Cups. And that's because she has a tendency to be the you know, Disney princess. The Queen of Cups can become very in love, and she has this tendency, she can be one of those people that, the Queen of Cups energy is that of an abused wife. You know, she can be so loving and so giving to the point of self-sacrifice. You know, you're punching her, giving her black eyes, but she's coming back because she loves you so much. So I don't really enjoy the Queen of Cups the best, especially when she comes up with a card like the Moon. That's how I read my cards. You don't have to read it that way. That's how I read my cards. I have to say that because people come on my channel and start writing shit on the comments and, you know, but the Queen of Cups, she's a queen. Well, bitch, the way I read her is different from how everybody else reads her. And when she comes up with a card like the Moon, that makes me know that is the shadow of love, the shadow self of love, the lower vibration of love, or the uncertainty of love with the Queen of Cups. So this is codependency, this is, you know, unhealthy love to some degree. But let's see where the other person, and the King of Swords comes up, you know, and then let's see what card was it, the Four of Pentacles. So it's like a protection, Ace of Wands, Ace of the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords. I'm worried that you're not going to see things very clearly because you're going to get head over heels again. And, you know, your head shouldn't be over your heels, first of all. You know, your head should never be over your heels, you know. But let's see. Or I should say your heels should never be over your head, but whatever. Let's see. Unless you're doing certain sexual positions, then in which case, you know, that's very permissible, you know. If you don't know what I'm saying, just DM me. I'm going to send you some pictures so you have an idea. No, don't do that, please. Those are the only times when the head is allowed to be anywhere close to the knee, when you're being adventurous. Oh, shit. Let's see external energy for Scorpio. Why am I so dirty? Why am I so dirty? Oh, jeez. Potential future for Scorpio. The Nine of Swords. The Five of Wands, a lot of inner conflict. And the Nine of Wands again. Now, let's see. External energy. The Four of Swords, that's good. That's really good. The Chariot. So why is the potential, and the Justice? That's good. So why is the external energy, why is the potential future? The King of Cups, the Devil, and the Queen of Pentacles. The Devil, the Ace of Wands. Okay, now I'm getting a bit worried. And the Knight of Wands. Remember those cards came out earlier? And it was with the King of Swords. And I wanted actually to talk about that King of Swords. Because, you know, I said something like your head over heels, you know. And the King of Swords to me is the rational mind. The King of Swords is about objectivity. It's about being objective. And I already warned you guys that this emotion, and I already warned you guys of the weak points of the Queen of Cups, you know. Being the Disney princess waiting for her knight in shining armor, and the downside of that energy. the Devil again, the Ten of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Two of Cups. I don't know, Scorpio. I don't know that this is a good idea. Last card for external energy for Scorpio. The Four of Pentacles. Okay, I know what's going on. The Temperance, the Hierophant, and the Four of Cups. I know what's going on. What you're dealing with here is a clear case of, and this is something I've seen before, because I never understood why my cards sometimes would read this way, but I finally got it. You know, and it was due to a situation with a Pisces. I had a client that was dealing with a Pisces. And, you know, when I did the first reading, it looked phenomenal. But the Pisces ended up being some kind of a cycle. And, yeah. And since then, I've become now very aware of why it shows up that way. When a person's energy shows up this way, and I get very good cards, and I'm noticing 2 fours on either side of this King of Cups. When a person's energy shows up, that, and I've noticed that that's been a repetitive situation or thing with this reading. 2 6s, 2 9s, they've been repeating. Numbers have been repeating. So we've had 2 6s, 2 9s, and 2 4s. When a person shows up that way to me and they show up really good and their energy shows up very nice, but then I get warning signs at the, like, you know, the next card under it or the one after that is a warning sign, and then the reading gives off, like, the energy doesn't match what I'm seeing, it means that a person would generally come up very, like, in person, they will show up very good. Like, this King of Cups will show up like, yes, I'm here for my queen. They will show up very nice. They will show up showing off, you know, in a way, you know, come with an offer or something of that sort, or you will look at them and be like, wow, so much has changed, you know. But what you're not seeing, because the Four of Swords tells me that there's healing, the King of Cups tells me that they've mastered the element, you know, healing. But then I look at the Four of Pentacles and I notice that the Four of Pentacles has been showing up since the past. So it's a pretend. It's pretense you're getting here. It's pretense. And it's a facade. And I've come to notice that pattern with my readings. When I get a reading where the energy looks really good, but then I'm like, the energy doesn't sit well with me, like the other person's energy might look really good, but it still doesn't sit well with me, I will know that it's pretense. And that's how it's coming up. Pretense. Because the surface looks well, but the deeper I dig in, the more I get things from the past showing up, and the devil, and, you know, that kind of energy. So it's telling me that it looks splendid on the outside, but you might want to be careful. And again, the potential future still has a 9 of Swords here, and the 9 of Swords in the past. So I'm seeing a cycle happening here. And this 2 fours make an 8, which again tells me cycles. And I'd already thought about that earlier, but I didn't want to say it. But I'm going to say it now, because I'm noticing, and the moon also talks about cycles. You know, cycles of the moon. Crescent moon, full moon, and then it goes around and it comes back. Crescent moon, new moon, full moon, and it goes away and it comes back. Cycles of the moon. The moon talks about things that happen in cycles, and the 9 of Swords showing up in the past and then showing up again. I have 78 cards in this deck, and certain cards are repeating over and over and over again. That's telling me that there's a cycle here. The 8 and the 8 makes an 8, a loop, a cycle. And the 6 of Cups also talks of cycles, things of the past. Be careful, Scorpio. Be very careful. Anyways, that's your reading for now. Those of you that want private readings, check the description box down below. Those of you that want rituals and spell work done, check the description box down below. Again, if you order between Monday and Wednesday, your ritual is probably going to be done Thursday through. If you order on Wednesday though, your ritual might have to wait until like the next week, Monday through Wednesday, you know, because I have to do it. There's a lot of prep work and energy that goes into doing a ritual. You know, it's not just snapping. This is not Harry Potter. I'm not just snapping my fingers and making things happen. You know, there's research I have to go through. I need to find out what spirit I want to work with, you know, as pertaining to your situation. Everybody's situation is different. Actually, just check the description box. You're going to find a lot of details down there. And if there's anything you're not sure of, again, check the description box and you're gonna get your answers. Thank you guys so much for being here. And if there's anything you're not sure from the description box, send me an email. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Stay blessed. I wish you the best. All right, then, Scorpio. Bye bye.